Hi, I'm Jeff, the Thrifty Overlander. In this video, we're going to go on an adventure, so come along.
This fun day trip is in the Ocotillo Wells area. We normally do every year a camp off of County Line Road, and we have to go all the way across the OHV area up to S22 from 78. This trip included Dave in the yellow Xterra, Sean in the Grand Cherokee, Mike in the Rubicon, and Travis is in his LR3. The route from 78 up to S22 is it's fairly long and a lot of variety along the way. There's shell reef, there's lots of crossovers and bumps, and it was a fun trip for all of us. It's not a quick thing either. It took about an hour to do it. Our destination for this day trip was the Calcite Mine that's north of S22. It's a pretty fun road up to the mine itself. You do some climbing. The road is somewhat maintained. It's not horribly rough or anything. The first two-thirds of it anyway are pretty smooth, and it's a fun trip. As you get closer to the mine, it starts to get a little steeper and a little bit bumpier, rockier. I wouldn't say it requires, buku lockers and giant tires or anything like that. Four-wheel drive maybe is the most, but I think you could probably get up there with two-wheel drive even. It's not even that extreme. It's a fun road though. The end of this road is where the calcite mine was. There's really not much of a mine there or anything. There's hard to tell there was even anything, maybe a couple little pits that were dug out or something like that. It's a pretty popular place, so there's always plenty of traffic there on the weekend especially. There were several cars there when we got there. And there's kind of some fun areas around the area. You can kind of see there's some rock formations to look at and climb on, and there's kind of a dip down into one of the pits there that's kind of fun to drive on and make it a little bit more of a challenge. We spent a little time playing around, driving up and down in the pit just because it's a little bit more steeper and challenging with some rocks and stuff like that. It's just fun. It's a good time to have.
From this side.
We played around at the mine site for a while. We had lunch there as well. It's kind of nice just to hang out a little bit. And then we headed on down the mountain. It's a in and out road. There's not a loop to it. About 2/3 of the way down the road, there is a cutoff to go into a, I guess you'd call it a wash, and it's kind of fun to drive through there. It's a little bit more of a slot canyon type scenario for driving purposes, and of course we had to have at least one fun time of getting stuck in here.
Other way, right, all the way right.
All the way right. Dude, stop.
But no one's in front of you to pull you out, so you might want to consider that before you keep digging a hole in China.
Right now, man. Yeah, pose your truck. You gotta pose that right there. It's a perfect parking job. How did you do that? It's a wheel shot. Come on, John, pose.
You need to go backwards, not forwards.
I can't go anywhere.
You're not going to go forward, that's for sure. You need to go back.
Oh, hold on. I think it's real fucking rock.
He just has no, he's got open diffs, so he does not know, almost. Oh my god, yeah, it was Mike! Yeah. Nice hole, man!
There's a rock over here on the right, don't drive over it.
Probably about 150 yards from the exit off of the S22 highway into the Calcite Mine Road is a cutoff that goes towards the west, and that goes to the Palm Wash Slot Canyon. So it's, I don't know, maybe a quarter mile or so up this drive, and then there's a parking area, and then there's a nice slot canyon to walk in. Some variety, gives you something to do, get out of the truck every now and then.
That's super cool. Awesome.
The walking trail through the slot canyon starts out with a bridge over, a natural bridge over the walking trail. It's kind of neat. And then from there it just progresses into some slot canyon areas. It's, like I said, a fun little side adventure.
Go for it. Go for it.
As you saw in the video on our way in, there was a couple of pretty sweet old International Scouts. One was fixed up pretty well. Took a look at them as well. We were sitting here. It's at the parking location.
Little Scout 2. That's not rust, that's patina.
On our way back to camp, we stopped at what's kind of known as a Truck Haven 4x4 training center. There's all kinds of variety of obstacles to go through and things to do there. It's kind of fun to hang out and do different things. Obviously, we're not all big-time rock crawlers and all that, so we just played around some.
All right, one more time, Dave. One more time.
Our annual camp out off of County Line Road is usually 10 or 15 rigs, and there's always a big bonfire at night. This year we did burn out a Christmas tree, and it really shows how fast they can really go up fast. I sped this video up a little bit, but from the time we lit it till the time it was pretty much done was only like about a minute and a half, so not something you want going in your house. But it was a month later after Christmas.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that like button and subscribe. We'll see you on the trail.